Good morning, investors and traders, and happy Friday to you, and welcome to our channel in which we discuss various different markets such as stock market, forex, commodities, and of course cryptos. In today's segment, what I really wanted to discuss is what exactly is going on with the markets throughout this week and why there has been so much of volatility. Now, if we look at the price action as of yesterday, what we really saw is yesterday was that the prices reversed the direction because the day before yesterday, we saw a massive sell-off. In fact, the sell-off that we experienced on Wednesday was one of the biggest one-day sell-off for the Dow Jones Index since October last year. Yesterday, these markets, they recovered their losses very quickly, and the Dow Jones Index, it went up by nearly let me just give you the exact percentage. The Dow Jones Index went up nearly by 1%, and we saw similar moves for the S&P and for the Dow Jones Index as well. However, speaking from a technical price perspective, the prices are still looking very weak because the Dow Jones Index on the daily time frame is trading below the 50-day simple moving average. And if I do this sector analysis in terms of the stock indices, what I really see in terms of the European indices now is still enormous amount of a weakness in the industrial, material, financial, consumer, staples, and consumer discretionary sector. The only particular sector which is in positive territory is energy, and that is just because we are seeing positive momentum flowing into commodities. And as when I say commodity, I'm specifically talking about crude oil, which is trading to the upside, and that is because traders are thinking that, okay, look, we have a less concern with respect to the supply. Supply is not going to be increasing, or we won't see any increment in that supply equation anytime soon. And there is a hope that there will be a recovery in the demand equation, which is really pushing the oil prices higher. And then that is why we are seeing energy prices to the upside. Otherwise, the rest of the markets, all the rest of the sectors today in the European markets are very much trading to the downside. In fact, the DAX index is down by over 1%. The Stock 600 is down by 1.06%. CAC, the French index, is down by 1.04%. And the FTSE 100 index is pretty much down by nearly 1%. And now I have this breaking news coming out which says ECB rate cut talk has been marginal in policy discussion, meaning the ECB is not talking about another rate cut anytime soon. And of course, the ECB got a lot of confidence today from the data that we received earlier today, because the French GDP number, which came earlier today, confirmed that yes, there was a contraction in the GDP, in the French GDP, and which came at minus 1.3%, meaning the GDP contracted by minus 1.3% against a forecast of minus 4%. So obviously the contraction wasn't as ugly as most of the market participant was expecting. When it comes to the German GDP number, which also came today, German unemployment number, that also came a lot more better than what the market was expecting, and the GDP preliminary growth actually came better because the French GDP increased by 0.1% as compared to the expectations where there was expected no growth whatsoever. These particular factors are very much influencing the euro dollar today, because when I look at the euro dollar, and if I look at the daily chart for the euro dollar, I see that yes, now the momentum is coming back. For yesterday, there was a massive sell-off, but the price is still trading below the 50-day simple moving average, and that leads me to believe that there is still more selling pressure, and it is unlikely for the euro dollar to gain more strength unless, of course, we see the prices moving back above the 50-day simple moving average. Now, in the crypto space, that is the most important and interesting thing, because we've seen massive movement in Bitcoin today, nearly up 10%. And of course, Ethereum is up, Ripple is up as well. And some really bad coins like Dogecoin or Dogcoin, whatever you wanted to call it, that is also up. I don't want to discuss that speculated part of it, but with Bitcoin, we are seeing the upward movement, and that is primarily because Elon Musk has come out and he's tweeted, he's changed his biography, his biography on Twitter to Bitcoin, and traders are taking that. Okay, he is a big supporter of a Bitcoin. Of course, he's a billionaire, and that changes the sentiment when a billionaire starts to supporting. But what we really wanted to see him is actually putting money into Bitcoin, and then basically putting his money where his mouth is. That will change the sentiment by just changing the stuff like biography to Bitcoin. Yeah, it helps the sentiment that a billionaire is supporting this, and then we will see other billionaires supporting that perhaps, but it doesn't really change the fundamentals that much. That's all for now. Happy Friday once again, and stay safe. We'll see you guys next week.